Welcome back to the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide podcast. I'm Nai, the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide, your host and guide on this entrepreneurial journey. I'm so glad you're here for episode 5, because in this episode, we're tackling a topic that many entrepreneurs struggle with: self care. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running on empty, like working long hours or skipping meals or sacrificing sleep just to build your entrepreneurial dream? Well, if you have, you're not alone, because as entrepreneurs, we pour so much of ourselves into our projects, and it's super easy to forget to take care of ourselves, the person or the people behind it all. But the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you have to take care of yourself. Some people might think of taking care of yourself as selfish, but in reality, it's not. It's actually essential for success and for well being. In this episode, we're going to explore why self care is non negotiable for entrepreneurs, identify the warning signs of burnout and how to prevent it, and build a practical self care blueprint that you can implement anytime, even with a busy schedule. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable steps to prioritize yourself, protect your energy, and thrive in your entrepreneurial projects and business, and of course, most importantly, your life. So let's dive in. Let's start with why self care is so important for entrepreneurs. Listen, when someone says, I don't have time for self care, I totally get it. Believe me, I'm guilty of that. However, just remember that when you're physically, mentally, and emotionally drained, it's impossible to perform at your best. Self care really gives you that energy that you need, the focus, the resilience, and it allows you to show up fully. Show up fully in your entrepreneurial projects, show up fully, for example, for your client. But most importantly, it allows you to show up fully for yourself. When you're rested and energized and clear headed, you make better decisions, you solve problems in a more creative way, and you get more done in less time. Now, one of the biggest myths about self care is that it's selfish or time consuming. But self care doesn't have to mean, taking that luxurious spa day or going on this long vacation. It can be something as simple as taking 10 minutes to breathe or to stretch or just to go outside. Small intentional acts of care make a massive difference over time. I'll be honest with you. There was a time in my entrepreneurial journey when self care wasn't even on my radar. I just didn't take care of myself, both physically and mentally. And instead, I put everyone else's needs ahead of my own. Eventually, I started burning out. Like, I was always so tired, so drained. It wasn't until I made self care a priority that I noticed a shift in my energy, as well as a shift in my productivity and creativity. So, self care is important, and it's essential that we are able to look out for warning signs of burnout. So, let's talk about these warning signs of burnout. I mean, burnout just doesn't happen overnight. It actually builds up over time, and it can so easily sneak up on you if you're not paying attention. So, I want to share some common signs that you can watch out for. One is physical exhaustion. It's like you're constantly tired even after a full night's sleep. You might notice things such as headaches or muscle tensions or any other physical symptom. Another warning sign is emotional detachment. It's like you're feeling disconnected from your work, from, let's say, your clients or customers, or even from yourself. It's typically really hard to find joy or motivation in things that really used to excite you. A third warning sign is decreased productivity. You're putting in more hours, but getting less done. Tasks that maybe would feel easy in the past now kind of feel overwhelming. And I could also mention here negative self talk. You catch yourself thinking, I'm not doing enough, or I'm failing, even when you're working hard. Now, these are 4 important warning signs. So, the question I have for you is this: do any of these resonate with you? If they do, or if any of them do, take it as a sign that your body and mind are asking for care and attention. And it's really important for us to listen to both our body and our minds. We've talked about why self care is important and how to recognize burnout. So now let's create a self care blueprint that works for you. These are 5 steps that you can use to get you started. Step one is to identify your non negotiables. Ask yourself, what are the small but essential things you need that will help you to feel your best? It could be something like going on a daily walk or drinking enough water or, getting more than 8 hours of sleep. Start by listing 3 non-negotiables that you can commit to every day, regardless of how busy you are. Step two is to set boundaries around your time. Think about it like this. Setting boundaries around your time is important because protecting your time is like one of the most powerful forms of self care. For example, you can set, you know, no work hours in your day, like unplugging after 7 p.m., or, keeping your weekends specifically for rest and for spending time with family and friends. Step three is to create a morning or evening ritual because having a consistent ritual can really help you to ground yourself or to recharge, even on those days when you're like super busy. For example, you can start your morning with a 5 minute journaling session or do a brief meditation. Or you can end your day with like a gratitude practice. Step four is to move your body daily. And this is because physical activity is excellent for your health. And it has been proven to reduce stress and boost your energy. So find an activity you enjoy. This could be yoga or working out at the gym, dancing, swimming, a quick stretch at your desk, anything that gets your body moving. And finally, step five is to regularly check in with yourself. It's super important to schedule time to reflect on how you're feeling and what you need. Once a week, ask yourself these questions. What's working in my self care routine? What's not working? What can I adjust to feel more balanced? Let's do a quick grounding exercise. I want us to take a moment to reset together. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 4 counts. And exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat this exercise 2 more times. Notice how your body starts to relax. This grounding exercise is a simple way to bring yourself back to the present, even on those days when you're the busiest. I also want you to visualize. Take a moment to close your eyes. Picture yourself a month from now, consistently taking care of your mind, your body, your energy. Imagine how it feels to wake up rested and energized and just ready to take on your day. That's what self care can make possible. Remember, self care is simply about checking in with yourself. It's about giving your body and your mind what they need in that particular moment. I mean, some days it might mean a workout, other days it could mean resting on the couch, and that is okay. Whatever option you want. All you have to do is simply take care of you. Before we wrap up, let's reflect and take action. Think about your current relationship with self care. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you prioritizing yourself? What's one small change you can make this week to take better care of you, your body, and your mind? This week, I would also love for you to choose one self care habit to start or to strengthen, whether it's going to bed early, drinking more water, or taking 10 minutes just to breathe and reflect. Whatever you want, your choice. Just commit to making yourself a priority. I love to hear about the self care habit you're committing to this week. So please feel free to share it with me on Instagram at the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide or send me an email at the.entrepreneurialspiritguide@gmail.com. Let's celebrate your progress together. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide podcast. I really hope you feel inspired to make self care a priority and to create a blueprint that supports your well being and your success. In the next episode, episode 6, we're diving into an essential topic: time mastery, finding focus in the chaos. Managing time effectively can be overwhelming and it can make you feel overwhelmed, but it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things. So, in this episode, we'll discuss how to take control of your time by identifying common time traps, prioritizing effectively, and creating a time mastery system that will help you to stay both focused and energized. Make sure to tune in to episode 6 to learn how to reclaim your time for meaningful progress and growth. Until next time, stay inspired, stay intentional, and keep moving forward with purpose. You got this.